So welcome, Beverly Meyer, and your beautiful altar piece is beautiful, right?
Yes, thank you.
What was the inspiration for this piece?
Well, what I like to do and what I've been doing for the last couple of years is finding a sacred object, like in this one a little Buddha and this one a large Buddha, and then trying to see how a shape might evolve in the box and how it might evolve with the colors and to work with it. And this particular piece, this statue is just so beautiful on its own that I felt like it didn't need a lot of accoutrements. It didn't need a lot of extra stuff. This one was so small and little that and this one was called Buddha Reaching Enlightenment Under the Bodhi Tree. So that the mirror is his enlightenment, and that's the Bodhi tree. So he was so small, he wasn't enough of a focus. So this one needed more focus. This one's just so beautiful on its own. So that's where I started.
And what's the process that you go through in the making?
Well, I like to just sit with the piece and the box first and get a sense of scale, like I was just talking about. And then I do mosaics, like as you can see on the sides. So I like to try to figure out what color scheme I want to do. So, you know, there's all kinds of glass and color schemes you can pick from. So these are stained glass. And then there's different types of mosaic tiles that you can use. So there's a huge color range. So there's a tremendous color range that either of these could go with. So I try to just sit with a piece over a period of a couple of weeks to see what color range might go well. So I decided to go with the green in the back and then the mix of the blue and the green on the side. So there you go.
And how did you come to start making mosaics?
I went to a stained glass class at Southwest School of Art and Craft. I really love color, and the stained glass pieces, like little shiny thing, I guess I'm like a crow, you know, I like little shiny bits and pieces. And I went to the stained glass class, and I loved the class and it was wonderful, but in stained glass, you're using lead solder. And I'm a natural health practitioner, and so I'm in the stained glass class wearing a respirator with a fan on me to blow the zinc and the lead solder and all this stuff away from me. And the instructor said, "You've got an amazing eye for color, but I think you're really uncomfortable with these metals." And I said, "I really am." And she said, "Why don't you try mosaics?" So that's where you can do pre-cut mosaic pieces. You can get different tiles and cut them to shape. You glue them on. You've got to measure really closely where you're going so you know how big your pieces are. You can buy different shapes and things and learn how to and mosaic them with little tiny pieces. Or incorporate them onto a large piece of some kind. And these you can put on glass, cut them into shapes, and glue them onto glass. And then they're what is called glass on glass mosaic. So they don't involve any kind of soldering. It's just the glue. And I like well bond. It's real easy and it dries mostly invisibly. So I have no artistic background at all, but anyway, this seems to work for me, and it satisfies my need to be very obsessive and detail oriented and to use color. So I really like that.
And how did you come up with the title?
The more time I spent with this piece, it's just such a beautiful piece. It's just beauty incarnate, and it's also such a peaceful piece. And I just said, peace is beauty, beauty is peace. It's just such a peaceful, beautiful thing, and so there it is. It's just peace and beauty. And by the way, the back is plain, and the tiles make it a little heavy, so it would be good for sitting on a side table, but you could also put a hanger in the back if you wanted to hang it. But one trick about using art inside shadow boxes is you want to look and see where is your lighting going to be coming from, because if you hang things in a dark place, you won't be able to see into them. So I try to bring the things forward as much as I can. So you want to pick where the lighting's going to come from, which is another reason I did the gold beading on the outside, was to help kind of focus the light. I forget what the question was, but
Well, thank you. It's beautiful, and it is peaceful.
it's a beautiful piece. I'm really happy with it, and it's also got the same tile design goes across the top with little strips of stained glass to fill, because the tile didn't fill equally. So there's a little tile glass to fill it, so it goes wall to wall, if you will.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.